Well, 245. Um, kind of a little too early apparently, and I misloaded the bar. Didn't really do the math super well. Wanted to take out like 235, 240, and ended up loading up 245. Not thinking, just slapped some 10s on. Hit a first set of 5. At this point, my close grip is stronger than my competition. And I don't know what to do with that information. All right, let's do a back off real quick. So, sets of 3s on my competition lift. I did 250 for a triple. Sets of 5 on my close grip. I did 245. Now, granted, I overshot the RP a bit. Wanted a 7. I got more like a 7.5, probably closer to an 8, to be honest with you, on that set of 5 for close grip. So, but still, I shot 1 RP up, added 2 more reps, and I only took off 5 pounds. I gotta be honest with you, I'm gonna end this block being stronger on my close grip than I am my competition. And like, I gotta be honest with you, I'm gonna go about this in I'm gonna go at this in an open mind, and I don't know. This is kind of baffling me right now a little bit. So, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do at the meet. So, we're going to do this in a way that by the end of all of these blocks, we're going to know for sure which one is stronger. We're going to know if I'm stronger with a closer grip or that wider grip. So, I've always been stronger with a wider grip. It's where I've hit all my PRs. It's where the first time I hit 3 place was on a wider grip. So for a close grip to be my stronger lift right now is absolutely like mind-boggling. I don't really understand it, but it is what it is. If I'm stronger at the movement, and the whole point of powerlifting is to put up the biggest number, then close grip it is. So we're going to structure this in a way that the close grip still progresses and the competition still progresses, because 1 or 2 things are happening, or 1 of 5 or 1 of 20. I don't even know at this point. But the main thing I think may be happening is my wide grip. Let me rephrase that. My close grip is supposed to be moving my competition lift. And there might be a gigantic chance that my competition, at this point, who knows if my competition, but there's a high chance that like my wide grip bench is actually driving my closer grip higher and higher and higher. And by getting this much touches in on a close grip, this might be it might be just true that I'm getting more touches, I'm getting more skill at the close grip, and it's just a stronger movement for me, for whatever reason. So, like I said, I don't super know what to do with that information. I don't know. At this point, we're going to have to progress the 2 pretty much in line with each other to see how it went. Now, to be fair, I just looked at it. 225 is my back offs for this. We're doing a 3x5. On my comp lift, my wider grip lift, let's call it. My back ups were 240. And I ended up doing that for triples. So, yeah, we're gonna just see, to be honest with you. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't want to make giant calls. I don't want to make big decisions here. Let's just see where we go. Let's see where we're at. Let's just progress the two of them. One's driving the other one. And I'd love to say that I'm putting too much emphasis on one and not the other. But at this point, I'm emphasizing them pretty decently far apart from each other. I'm benching on Saturday and I'm benching again on Tuesday in the morning. I can't get any farther apart than doing that. So let's just keep progressing to both of them. Let's see where we're at the end of this block. We'll see which one's stronger. We'll go into the next block with that in mind, maybe even making a few tweaks if we have to. And if a closer grip becomes my competition lift, my closer grip becomes a competition. But if not, then who cares? All right. Close grip done. Yeah, we'll come back to bench. I need to sit with that for a while. I need to see how this block goes. I don't want to jump the gun on anything. Because at the end of the day, if they're both progressing, they're both progressing, and we'll make the call that last block or two. So that's not hard. It's not hard for me to transition my bench into the singles and really see where I'm at. So yeah, let's see where we're at the end of this block. I mean, if I'm ending the same numbers on close grip as I am on my wider grip, and I'm doing more reps by the end of this block, if I'm keeping the pace up, I mean, if I triple 275 at the end of this block, and I hit 265 or 270 for 5 on close grip. Close grip's my stronger lift. I'll switch them for the following block, hit some doubles and singles on close grip. But if they're both going up, but I'm clearly stronger on my comp, even if by a little, then that's fine. So we'll come back to that. We got power squat today. And I gotta be honest with you, I've debated on whether or not I should walk this out or use the monolith like my comp. Part of me wants to use the monolith because I want to get used to the monolith, but I don't want to lose my ability to walk out my squat. Just because I'm using the monolith, this meet, does not mean that I will forever be using it. So I want to keep my skill of walking out my squat. Ah. I have no idea why my close grip right now is stronger than my wide grip bench, but yeah, let's go ahead and span some triceps, and we'll hopefully think it's going to change for sure. Ooh. All right, well, I realized that I did not change the camera. So I think that last, the first set of tricep extensions, I think mostly got my feet and me just grunting. So we're probably not going to include that. But one thing about this JM press, I remember seeing or hearing about, watching different stuff from different people, but I heard a few people talk about it, but even JM, Blakely, the guy who made the JM press, obviously, he talked about it before as well, where the JM press is like a movement where you can get your triceps just absolutely just strong, just the absolute definition of strong. You can grow your triceps, you can make them stronger, you can add weight. It's crazy how that movement can do it. Now, I think on a barbell, I think you can progress even quicker. And this is kind of why I do it on the Smith machine. That's what I'm going to preface it with. Is, honestly, doing a JM press, you can progress so quickly that your tendons cannot keep up. And I think I just hit it today. I mean, I've added weight week in and week out, reps, sets. I've hammered this JM press. And there's always a time where I do this and then I get that shooting pain right across my elbow from forearm mostly back up into my arm. And I'm reminded of that for some reason, that position, especially on a barbell, I mean, if you haven't done JM presses, do it on a barbell. Add some weight. You could add almost 5 pounds every week forever, it feels like. You just get so much stronger in this rock back punch motion. It's our body was made to be in this position right here. So having a movement like a JM press that where we are progressing that, it's crazy how quickly it'll go up. To the point to where I get tendonitis real bad because my triceps are stronger than what my tendons are. My tendons cannot keep up. They can't grow quick enough, fast enough. They can't put on enough size. Oh my God. Alright, well apparently no matter what rack I use, I will constantly pull it to me when doing face pulls. So, we're gonna switch up how we do it. But, pretty good. Pretty decent day. Very happy with my close grip. Pause squats, super well. 315, top set. That was awesome. 275 is the back off sets. Very happy with that. To be honest with you, I'm really hoping, as you guys can see, that pause squat is bad when it comes to my squat morning. It shows very well that when I pause and it's time to come up out of that hole, my hips are the first thing to shoot up, and I rock myself back into that position, just like I have to do it in order to extend. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna have some type of form breakdown. We just are. And if not, then we're not pushing ourselves. Like I think it's crazy to expect your squat form to be like perfect on par every time, to where there is no hip shooting up, there's no butt wink, there's no knee collapsing, you're not pushing your knees far enough, you're pushing them too far, your hips are too far back, they're not far enough, the bar's to this, the bar, like this rises for this, so like if honest to God you have the perfect form to where everything is dialed in and at maximal loads nothing fails, good for you. But it's not realistic for 99.9% of people, because you have to have some type of weakness in the lift. If not, you are the most well-rounded, perfectly proportioned specimen on the world. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. If I'm on a bench and my triceps, pecs, and shoulders all perfectly balanced, then yes, maybe there comes a time where the weight's just not coming up because the weight's just not coming up. Deadlift the same way, squat the same way. But the odds are your lockout is stronger than what's off your chest on bench, or your off your chest is stronger than lockout. Out of the hole is stronger than, you know, the lockout of your squat. Off the floor is weaker than the lockout of your deadlift, or this or that. I mean, to expect to not have any type of form breakdown to me is insane. It just shows where my weakness is. It shows where my drive's at. It shows where I'm lacking the drive. It's showing where I'm putting my body. I'm putting my center of gravity. It shows all this stuff. It's not a big deal. here, dude. There we are. Cool. Job's done. Well, job's not done. Week 1, day 1 of our secondary bench is done, I should say. Everything moved super well. Super happy with it. Ain't got a lot to say. The work is the work, so you guys have seen the work. Yeah, I'm getting very, very, very antsy and excited for the meet. I'm ready to go. I found out I have a bunch of people I know coming to the meet. So I used to train at a gym. I used to train mostly with 2 guys on Sundays. 2 guys that I look up to a lot. 2 guys that I respected a lot and that I took a lot of advice from, learned a lot of stuff from. I learned how to bench from these guys, how to deadlift, how to squat from them. They called me a lot of times on cutting depth on squat, sandbagging stuff, not training hard enough, going too hard. They showed me a lot of stuff, tricep rollbacks, all this stuff. So really excited about that too. So I got a bunch of people that I'm going to know at this meet. So I'm getting very antsy, very excited to do it. I want to do well at this meet as well though. Part of me, I have a lot of respect for these guys. So I know they're going to show out at this meet. I'd like to do the same. I'd like to show up and I'd like to perform at this meet. So we got to get the work in. We got to stay focused. We got through this workout. Everything went super well. I think I'm gonna hit some ab stuff real quick. I'm gonna do some hanging leg raises and then get out of here because it's time for me to head out. But we'll catch you guys in the next video. Not tomorrow, sorry. Thursday. We have our first deadlift day. I don't know. At this point, our deadlifts are all straight sets. So Thursday is going to be another bench day. We're going to do Larson press. There's a lot of deadlift work, which mostly boils down to more squat work. So we're just going to call it our 3rd lower body day of the week, our 4th bench day of the week, with a side of deadlift. That's pretty much about it. So we'll see you guys on Thursday for it. Catch it out, check it out. Check some more of my videos out if you guys like this stuff. If not, comment why. I'd love to have a discussion. Even hateful comments are cool with me. I can handle that, and honest to God, don't really care. So, but if you like the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel. I post 4 times a week my vlogs. I used to post more, but honestly, I don't like the quality. I want better quality stuff. So we'll post a little less often, but hopefully better videos. So come back, check some more of my stuff, subscribe to my channel. I post just normal content, normal training. I show all my lifts, I show all my numbers. I show where I'm lazy, where I'm not. That's pretty much about it though. That's it. So we'll catch you guys on Thursday. There's no outro. Video cuts out. Whatever.